let's go ahead and get started in our practice. So if you would like to grab a block, you can. And if you don't have a block, you can always use a stack of books or maybe a stack of cans, although I find those a bit precarious because they're kind of narrow. But we're going to begin our practice today standing up. So let's stand up on our 2 feet. If you don't have 2 feet, maybe stand up or even sit down. Imagine yourself standing up in the space of grounding, wherever it is that you happen to be. And I invite you to bring your feet so that they are hip-width apart. And if it feels comfortable for you, place one hand on your belly, one hand on your heart, and I invite you to close your eyes if that's okay. If closing the eyes doesn't feel good for you today, you can always take a soft gaze downward instead. So inviting ourselves to focus our attention inward. Focus our attention on the self, which many times in our society is not the invitation, right? We focus on everybody else, our other responsibilities. And so when we roll out our mat, when we give ourselves time to practice, we have the opportunity to tap into what it is that we need. So as you take a few deep breaths, as we start to ground into the space of our practice together, begin to tap into what you need today. So again, that might look like slowing down when I'm suggesting that we speed up. It might look like keeping the eyes open when the suggestion is to close them. It's not about what we think we need or what we quote-unquote should do. Our practices are always an opportunity to come home to ourselves and to say, what is it that my body is asking for right now? What does my energy and my mind and my heart need? What is it that my soul is truly asking for in this moment? Self-compassion teacher, writer, and researcher Kristin Neff has said that when we truly care for ourselves, the question, what do I need, becomes woven into the fabric of our lives. So as we move through this practice, no matter what I'm suggesting, can you continue to ask yourself, what do I need right now? What do I need right now? What do I need in this present moment? Take a full inhale through your nose. And open the mouth, exhale, sigh your breath out. Inhale, sweep your arms all the way up to the sky, maybe blink the eyes open. Exhale, pull your hands together at heart center. 2 more like this. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way up. Exhale, bring it home into the space of your heart. 1 more time, friends. Inhale, sweep the arms up to the sky. Exhale, pull it into your heart space. Gently lower your chin to your chest. Release your arms to your sides. Roll your shoulders down and back away from your ears. And start to make little rolls of one ear to one shoulder, back through center, and then to the other side. And back through center. So take your time. Some of us move a little bit faster or slower than the rest of us. I suggest slowing down. And that's only because in our lives, in this fast-paced society, we are asked to move at a much more rapid pace than our nervous systems can really handle for a sustained long period of time. And so our practice, our yoga practice, asana, meditation, pranayama, These are opportunities for us to do something a little bit different, to come off of autopilot and to really pay attention. One more time to each side. Take your time. Maybe you're moving with your breath. Maybe the breath is independent of your movement. It's all depending on what you need. Once you roll to both sides, bring the chin back down to your chest. Slowly start to lift your head up toward the sky. Take an inhale. Exhale, bring your head back into neutral. Let's start to roll the shoulders out in one direction. Maybe the whole body gets into it. So I like to make my practice a little bit of a dance so it doesn't have to be so still. And maybe it is still, maybe it is just the shoulders that you're paying attention to. It is your practice. Start to roll the shoulders in the opposite direction. Oh man, I have a lot of tension in my shoulders today. Anyone else? Couple more times like this. And roll your shoulders forward, up toward your ears, all the way back. Shoulder blades release down the back, palms face forward. And as you root down into your feet, inhale, sweep your arms up to the sky. Interlace your fingers, all but the index finger. And as you exhale, bend into the right knee, start to lean over to the right and pause for a few moments. This might just be a few inches over to the right. So we're not getting into the deepest side bend we've ever been in. We're getting to a space where we say, the side of my body is opening up and I can still breathe deeply and I'm not straining anywhere in the body. Take another inhale. Stay as you exhale. Inhale, come back up to center. Exhale, bend the left knee and gently lean over toward the left. Maybe you look up over toward your right arm. Continue to relax your arms down away from the ears. And even if the arms are tired or having them overhead doesn't feel right, hands can be on your side, to your sides on your waist, and you can just gently lean over to the left. Let's take a few more moments. Inhale. Exhale here. Inhale, come back up to center, separate the hands. As you exhale, swan dive forward, all the way into your forward fold, release. Bring your hands to your shins, let's lift halfway up. Lean forward ever so slightly, turn on the core. Exhale, release back down. 2 more times like this. Inhale, hands to your shins, lift halfway, warming up the spine. Exhale, release down. Last time like this, my friends. Inhale, lift halfway up. Exhale, fold down, bend the knees, plant your hands. Let's step back into a downward facing dog. And take your dog for a nice little stroll. Bend into one knee, let the opposite heel press down to the earth. And then same thing on the other side. And if your body says, you know what, I need stillness right away, then come into your still dog. Tap into your breath. Come into Ujjayi breath if that feels good for you. Breathing in through the nose, exhaling out the back of the throat, listening for the ocean wave-like sound of your breathing. As you feel ready, relax your heels down to the earth. Lift the hips to the sky. You can always have a micro bend or a deep bend in the knees. On your next inhale, glide forward to a plank pose. As you exhale, bend your knees and let them hover about 1 inch off of the mat. Pull the navel into the spine, dome through the upper back. Think a little bit of cat back. Take 1 more inhale. With your exhale, lower your knees all the way down to the ground. Lift your right leg up behind you. Flex through the foot so your toes point straight down. Keep your right hand underneath your right shoulder. Lift your left arm out in front of you for sunbird. Pull the navel into the spine. See if you can flatten out the back just a little bit more. Now listen carefully. Take an inhale. As you exhale, tap your fingers and your toes down to the ground. Inhale, lift back up. Exhale, elbow to knee, curl it all in. Inhale, reach through the hand and the foot. Exhale, release the hand and foot down. Inhale, bring it back up. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, reach out. Exhale, fingers and toes come down. Inhale, lift back up. And last time, exhale, curl the elbow to the knee. Inhale, come all the way back out. And as you exhale, let's bring the left arm out to the left, right leg out to the right, and we're gonna find a little bit of an awkward stretch. If it feels better to set the right foot down, you can. Lift up just a little bit higher. Try not to hold the breath. Take another inhale. And as you exhale, back to sunbird, left arm in front of you, right leg behind you. Take one more deep breath in. Keep the leg lifted. Exhale, bring the left hand down to the ground. Tuck your left toes. Lift up into a three-legged down dog. Right leg lifts up and back. Inhale. Exhale, knee to chest. Listen carefully. Cross the right leg all the way over the left. We'll come back into a downward facing dog with eagle legs with the right leg over the left. I don't like to hook my toes behind my left leg. I like to just keep the ankle flexed. Now you can stay here with the right leg crossed all the way over the left thigh. Maybe you come forward to a plank like this and hold. Maybe you take one push-up, halfway down and up, and then bring the knee back into the chest. Inhale, three-legged down dog, lift high. Exhale, step the right foot forward in between your hands, followed by the left foot forward fold. Lift halfway up, take an inhale. Exhale, fold all the way back down. Inhale, sweep your arms up to the sky. Exhale, pull your hands together at heart center. Let's do a sun salutation. Inhale, arms lift high. Forward fold, exhale, release down. Lift halfway up. A little bit of a tilt forward, turn on the core. Exhale, hands come down, step back to plank. Same exhale, lower down to your belly. Relax the tops of the feet. Inhale, cobra pose. Exhale, release back down. Inhale, make your way to plank, maybe through the knees. Exhale, downward facing dog. Before we come to the other side, let's do one more sun salutation. Why not, right? Rise up onto your tiptoes, look forward, inhale. At the bottom of the exhale, bend the knees, step or float in between your hands, forward fold. Halfway up, inhale. Fold all the way back down with your exhale. Inhale, sweep your arms up to the sky. Exhale, pull your intention, pull your needs, pull everything in your attention back to your heart. Inhale, arms lift high. Exhale, forward fold, release all the way down to the earth, to your grounded feet. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands come down, step back to plank pose. Same exhale, bend the elbows, lower all the way down to your belly. Inhale to a low cobra pose, untuck the toes. Exhale, release back down. Inhale, come back to plank pose. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's pause and down dog. Again, check in with what you need. Maybe it's a deep breath in through the nose and an exhale out the mouth. Maybe it's a little bit of movement or stillness. On your next inhale, glide forward to plank pose. Pause, nice and strong. With your next exhale, start to bend the knees, hover the knees right above the mat. Keep breathing, dome through your upper back. Press the earth away from you with your hands. Take another inhale. Exhale, lower the knees all the way down to the ground. Wiggle it out if that feels good for you. Keep your hands lowered underneath your shoulders. Let's lift the left leg this time. Flex through the ankle, your toes point straight down. Keep your hips in line with each other. Reach the right arm out in front of you. Let's start to find a little bit of balance. Keep the breath flowing strong. Lifting all the way out. Maybe lift the hand and the foot just a little bit higher. Take an inhale. Exhale, tap the fingers down and the back toes down. Inhale, lift it back up. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, lift all the way back out, sunbird. Exhale, tap the toes and the fingers. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale to reach. Excuse me. Exhale, fingers and toes tap. Inhale, lift back up. Last time, elbow to knee. Lift all the way back out. Take an inhale. Exhale, right arm out to the right, left leg out to the left. Woo, it's weird, it's awkward. Can you keep breathing? Can you continue to find strength? Maybe the left foot comes down to the earth. Lift up just a little bit higher. Take an inhale. Exhale, sweep the right arm forward, left leg back. Lift just a little bit higher, inhale. Keep the leg lifted, right hand comes down as you exhale. Hands under the shoulders. Tuck your right toes, lift the left leg up and back, three-legged down dog. Deep breath in. Exhale, knee to chest. Now cross the left leg over the right thigh, back to downward facing dog. Maybe you bend the right knee a little bit, maybe the toes hook behind the right ankle, maybe not. It's my favorite thing I've ever heard in yoga class. Maybe leaves room for maybe not. You might stay in down dog with the left leg crossed over the right thigh. Maybe you come forward to a plank with the legs like this. Maybe you take a little push up, down and up. Woo! Let's start to bring the left knee back into the chest. And everybody on your inhale, left leg up to the sky, three-legged down dog. Exhale, step the left foot forward between your hands, followed by the right foot forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Fold back down, exhale. Are we awake now on the West Coast? I am. Inhale, bring the arms up to the sky. Exhale, pull your hands together at heart center. 2 more sun salutations. Arms rise, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Lift halfway up as you inhale. Hands come down, step back to plank. Same exhale, lower slowly down. Let the elbows graze the ribs on the way down. Cobra or upward facing dog as you inhale. Make your way through plank to downward facing dog as you exhale. Deep breath in. Exhale out. Rise up onto the toes, inhale, look forward. Bend the knees, step or float in between your hands, forward fold. Lift it halfway up, inhale, decompression for the spine. Exhale to release, helps with blood pressure regulation as well. Inhale, arms lift up. Exhale, pull it back to heart space. 1 more time, inhale, arms rise. Forward fold, exhale, release to the earth. Halfway up, inhale, draw the breath deep. Exhale, hands down, plank pose, nice and strong, lower slowly to the earth. Cobra or upward facing dog, deep breath in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Deep breath in. Exhale out. Rise up onto the toes again, inhale, look forward. Bend the knees and step or hop your feet in between your hands, forward fold. Lift halfway as you inhale. Let's fold all the way back down as you exhale. Put a deep bend in the knees, sink the hips down and back, chair pose, arms reach to the sky. And your chair can be small, it might be nice and high. It can be a stable chair with your feet hip-width apart, or the big toes can touch and the heels are slightly separated. Maybe it's a deep chair and the hips are the height of the knees or somewhere in between. We just want to make sure that the hips aren't below the knees. Let's keep the knee joints nice and safe. Take another inhale. With your exhale, chest to your thighs, sweep your arms down and back behind you, flat back. Now on your next inhale, stand all the way up, arms to the sky, come up onto your tiptoes. Stay with your exhale, woo, maybe a little bit of wobbling. Interlace the fingers and bring the palms up to the sky. Relax your shoulders down away from your ears. A few more moments, maybe the feet are a little bit wider. If you wobble, if you fall, do it with a smile on your face. It's just a yoga asana practice. Listen carefully, take another inhale. As you exhale, lower the heels as the arms come down, fold all the way down to the earth. Take an inhale here. Exhale out. We're going to take that and do that 3 times, 1 breath per movement with our chairs, coming up onto the tiptoes. If you get lost, no big deal, just a little smile on your face, have fun with it. Take another deep breath in. Stay here as you exhale. And we'll begin. Bend the knees, inhale, chair pose. Exhale, sink just a little bit deeper into chair. Inhale up onto your tiptoes, interlace the hands, palms to the sky. Exhale, heels down, dive all the way down to the earth. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, sink a little bit lower. Inhale up onto the tiptoes, straighten the legs, palms to the sky. Exhale, forward fold, release all the way down, heels lower. Inhale, chair. Exhale, sink a little lower. Inhale up onto the tiptoes, palms to the sky. Exhale, forward fold, release all the way down to the earth. This time, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands come down. Step or float back through chaturanga. Bend the elbows. Cobra or upward facing dog as you inhale. And downward facing dog as you exhale. Deep breath in, down dog. Exhale all the way out. Press down through your palms. Let's start with the left leg this time. We're always leading with the right. Let's have a little bit of fun here. And we're going to start with the left leg. Lift your left leg up and back into three-legged down dog. Inhale. Exhale, knee to chest. Bring your shoulders over your wrists. You can stay here or spin the right heel down to the ground. Kick the left leg to the right and bring your right arm to the sky. Maybe the foot comes down for fallen star. Maybe it's lifted if you need a little more strength today. Lift the hips a little higher. Take one more inhale. Smile on the face. Exhale, as your hand comes down, turn to the right toes. Bring the left knee back to your chest. Inhale, three-legged down dog, lift it up. Exhale, knee back to your chest. Cross the left leg over the right thigh. Let's come back into that eagle downward facing dog. You can bend the right knee deeply. Stay here or come forward to plank with the legs crossed. Maybe a little push up, down and up. Bring the left knee back into the chest wherever you happen to be. Inhale, three-legged down dog, left leg lifts. Exhale, step the left foot forward in between your hands. Let's rise up, crescent pose, arms to the sky, feet hip-width apart. As you exhale, cactus the arms. Start to bring the arms forward. Right arm underneath left. Maybe you give yourself a bear hug. Maybe you take the backs of the hands together. Maybe the palms connect. Elbows off of the chest. Press down through the left foot. Bring the right knee into the chest. A bit of balance. Inhale. As you exhale, bend the left knee deeply. Cross the right leg over the left. Eagle pose. These right toes might hook behind the left ankle. That, for me, starts to make my joints a little bit funky. So I like to flex through my ankle instead. Integrity through the arms, integrity through the legs. You can stay here. You can also have a kickstand so the right toes can come down. Maybe we take some crunches. Take an inhale. Exhale, elbows to knees. Inhale, lift. Exhale, elbows to knees. Inhale, lift. Last time, elbows to knees. This time, let's fly our eagle away. Lift all the way up. Unwrap the arms, right knee into the chest. Take an inhale. Exhale, warrior three. Right leg starts to sweep back, arms sweep back. A little bit of balance. Start to bend the left knee. Take an inhale. And step the right toes to the back of the mat. Back to crescent. Arms lift high. Inhale. Exhale, back heel spins flat. Left foot comes to the right a little bit. Let's open up to warrior two. A little shimmy and shake if you need it. I always do. No matter what the circumstances. For me, a little shimmy and shake puts a smile on my face. Bend through the front knee a little bit deeper. Let's come into a nice little dynamic flow, a warrior dance. Flip the front palm up. Reach forward. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, extended side angle pose. Left elbow to left thigh, right arm up over and head. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, extend. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, extend. Beautiful. Inhale, reverse your warrior all the way back. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down to frame your front foot. Pop up onto the back toes. Keep the right hand low. Left arm lifts to the sky for a gentle twist. Inhale. Exhale, sweep the arm forward. Hand comes back down. Three-legged down dog, left leg lifts up and back. Exhale, downward facing dog. You can stay in down dog, or if you'd like to rinse out with a vinyasa, glide forward to plank, chaturanga, cobra or up dog, downward facing dog. Take a few breaths in down dog. Notice what you need. And if for any reason your body says, you know what I need? I need a child's pose, and not to do all of that on the other side. That's okay. Don't worry about being perfectly even. You won't start to walk in a circle. One side of your body won't be stronger than the other if you skip the other side today. It's okay. Listen to what you need. If you're with me here, we're going to take that 3-chair flow and tiptoe flow before we come back onto the other side. Rise up onto the toes, look forward, inhale. Bend your knees, step or float to the top of the mat, exhale. Lift halfway as you inhale. Fold down as you exhale, let's get straight into it. Bend the knees, inhale to chair. Exhale, stand up onto the tiptoes, interlace the hands, palms up. Take an inhale here. Exhale, heels come down, forward fold, release all the way to the earth. Bend the knees, chair pose, inhale. Exhale, let's sink a little bit lower. Inhale, rise up onto the toes, palms interlace to the sky. Exhale, heels lower, forward fold all the way down. Last time, bend the knees, chair pose as you inhale. Sink lower as you exhale. Rise all the way up onto the tiptoes, straighten the legs, arms high, inhale. Exhale, heels down, forward fold, lower to the earth. Halfway up as you inhale. Hands come down, step or float back, move through a vinyasa or straight back to down dog. What do you need? Deep breath in through the nose. Open the mouth, exhale, sigh the breath out. As you plant evenly through your hands, lift the right leg this time up to the sky. Right leg lifts as you inhale. Knee to chest as you exhale. You might stay here in strong core. Lift the knee to your chest. Maybe you spin the left heel flat. Keep the right hand down. Left arm lifts to the sky. You can kick the right leg out in front of you. Maybe it comes down for fallen star. I like my foot on the ground. It's much more stable for me. It provides support. So do what you need, not what the mind and ego says you should be doing. Take another inhale. Exhale, bring the knee back into the chest. Hand comes down. Flip to the left toes again. Right leg lifts up and back, 3-legged down dog, inhale. Right knee to chest as you exhale. Cross the right leg over the left leg, like you're sitting at a fancy restaurant, legs are crossed. Back into this eagle downward facing dog. You can bend the left knee deeply if that feels good. Maybe a little bit of decompression for the spine. You might stay here. Maybe you come forward to plank and do a nice little chaturanga push-up if you need a little bit more. Bring your right knee back into your chest. Maybe a smile on the face, 3-legged down dog. Right leg lifts up to the sky. As you exhale, step the right foot in between your hands, top of the mat. Let's rise up to a crescent pose, arms lift high. Deep breath in. Exhale, bend the elbows. Bring the arms forward, left arm underneath right this time. Maybe you give yourself a big hug, bear hug it out. Maybe the backs of the hands connect or the palms connect for eagle arms. I'm gonna stick with bear hug. You know what? It makes me smile a little bit more. Let's keep the right foot down into the ground. Left knee comes into your chest. Flex through the foot, the ankle. Bend through the right knee and cross the left leg over. You can kickstand if you'd like. Maybe you wrap the toes, maybe not. Breathe deeply, sink down a little bit lower. If you do have a wrap of the arms, elbows off of the chest a little bit more, but relax the shoulders down away from your ears. Lift up a little bit higher. Maybe some crunches here. Take an inhale. Exhale, elbows to knees. Inhale, lift. Exhale, elbows to knees. Inhale, rise. Last time, elbows to knees. Let's lift all the way back up. Fly the arms away. Bring the left knee into your chest. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, step the left foot to the back of the mat. Relax the shoulders. Full inhale into your crescent. Exhale, back heel spins flat. Right foot comes over to the right a little bit more, narrowing the stance. Arms out into warrior two. I just caught myself shimmying again. It's fun. Life should be fun, right? Bend the front knee a little bit more. We'll find our warrior dance. Flip your right palm up to the sky. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, extended side angle pose. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, extend. Inhale, reverse. Last time to extend. Reverse back one more time as you inhale. Exhale, frame your right foot. You might bring it over to the right a little bit more as you pop up onto the back toes. Left hand stays low, right arm comes to the sky, a gentle twist. Inhale. Exhale, bring the hand back down to the earth. Inhale to three-legged down dog. Right leg lifts up and back. Exhale, foot comes down. Maybe you stay in down dog or come to a child's pose. Maybe you take one more vinyasa. What is it that you need? Rather than what it is that the ego says that you should be doing. Full inhale. Full exhale. So, two options. You either drop the knees and come into child's pose and rest, or before we come down for our yin postures, we glide forward to plank, and we'll take what my friend Travis Elliott likes to call yogi-style push-ups. So 5. Whenever I hear that, I'm like, oh, my knees are coming down. But maybe the knees stay up. So keep the head lifted. Inhale, lower for 1. Exhale, press up. Inhale, lower for 2. Exhale, press. Inhale for 3. Exhale, press. At any time you can bring the knees down. Inhale for 4. Exhale, press. One more time. Inhale, halfway down. Exhale, press. Deep breath in. Exhale, lower the knees. Everyone into child's pose. Release. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Sigh your breath out the mouth. Another deep breath all the way in, and this time flutter the lips. Maybe a little giggle. One more time, deep breath in, and if you have space, stick out the tongue, lion's breath. Full inhale, and any way you want, exhale. Gently make your way to tabletop pose. And scoot the knees back, bend the elbows, come all the way down to your belly. We'll start to make our way into a Sphinx pose. So we prop up onto the forearms, elbows underneath the shoulders. Roll your shoulders down away from the ears. And if this is too much, you can always come back down to your belly and rest your head on your hands, because believe it or not, being in this shape on the belly can be a really nice deep release for many of us, especially if we're sitting all day long. We have the pelvis and the sacrum scooping under the body or rounding forward of the shoulders. Just laying on the body can feel, or laying on the belly can feel like such a nice release. Otherwise, the Sphinx pose is here for us. Start to slow your breath down. Full inhale. Full exhale. We won't be holding our Sphinx for too long. So let's take just a few more moments. Giving ourselves this time to open up through the heart, to release the dynamic movement and invite ourselves into these moments of stillness, These moments that maybe we don't get too much of in our lives from day to day. One more inhale in this gentle back bend. And as you exhale, lower down to the belly if you're lifted. And rest your head to either side, whatever feels best. And just relax laying on the belly. Notice what you feel. Notice what you need. My body needs a little extra release, so I'm going to offer this to you. Bend the knees so the feet are up to the sky. Maybe the knees widen a little bit more to the sides of the mat. And windshield wiper your feet from side to side. A gentle release for the low back. Bring the feet back up to center and lower them one at a time. Press down into your hands underneath your shoulders. Press up and back into a child's pose. Just for a few moments in child's pose. Maybe this time your arms run down along your sides towards your feet. A gentle release for the shoulders. If your forehead is resting on the floor or a block, maybe you gently move your head from side to side. A little massage for your forehead. A release for extra thoughts. As though all of the excess can pour out of your forehead into the earth, allowing any overwhelm, anything extra, things you no longer need, to be held by the earth and transmuted into an energy that might be a little more useful for you. Deep breath in. Exhale out. If your arms are behind you, bring them back out in front of you. Make your way to a tabletop pose. Crawl the knees forward. Make your way to a seat. Bring the soles of your feet together, knees out wide. Hands on the ankles or the feet. And if you're like me, and you like blocks under the knees for this one, you can grab them. We'll sit up nice and tall. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, start to hinge at the hips. If you have a herniated disc, slip disc, anything going on in the back, you might just stay here with the back flat and a gentle hinge at the hips coming forward. If the spine is healthy and it feels good for you, maybe you start to round fully forward to the degree that feels best for your body. And breathe deeply. With every breath, with every moment, asking yourself and tapping into, what do I need? Where can you soften in your body a bit more? Maybe through the face or the hinge at your jaw. Maybe through tension in the neck and shoulders or the belly. Where can you invite that balance? After all of that doing, opening up for a space to just be. very deeply, three-dimensionally into your heart space, the front of your heart, the back of your heart, both sides, and the top and bottom of your heart. How can you allow your heart to express itself as fully as it needs to? How can you feel a little bit more deeply into yourself? Take one more deep breath in. One more exhale out. Gently start to lift your head back up. Come all the way back up to a straight spine. Hands to the outer edges of your knees. Close your knees like a book. Bring your legs straight out in front of you. Hands behind you. Give the toes a little wiggle. Maybe the ankles a roll. I'm going to come into a variation of a half shoelace, so I invite you to sit up nice and tall. Bend your left knee. Again, we'll start with the left this time. Bend the left knee and cross the left ankle over the right leg. Now, if that's too much, you can just stay here with the knee bent, and that's perfectly fine. Otherwise, cross the ankle over. The foot might stay on the ground if that is enough for you. If you'd like to come into the full half shoelace, bring the left foot over toward the right hip and stack the knees on top of each other. And again, if that's too much, if it just doesn't happen in your body, any variation that I've offered before is perfectly fine. Now you can stay upright and hold on to the knee, roll the shoulders down away from the ears. Or you can take your left hand over to the left and gently lean to the left a bit. I like to take my elbow and my forearm to a block so that I can lean over just a bit. My right hand is resting on my left knee and maybe giving it a little bit of love, a little bit of a rub on the knee. Gentle side bend. We'll take several breaths here. Maybe there's something different that your head needs. It might come down toward the left shoulder, the chin toward the left shoulder. Maybe it needs to stay upright. Do a scan from the top of your head, through the body, to the tips of your toes, asking yourself, what do I need? Take a few more moments like this. Wiggle the jaw, release tension in the face. One more deep breath in. And as you exhale, start to upright yourself. We'll lean over to the right as you start to straighten the left leg all the way out in front of you. A little bit of release through the knees once again. And then we'll move to the other side. Left leg straight, stay straight, bend the right knee. The foot can stay down on the earth. Maybe it crosses over the left leg. You can stay here or start to scoot the left foot or the right foot over to the left hip and stack the knees on top of each other. Sitting up nice and tall. You can hold on to the knee. And again, this might be plenty, so you can just stay as you are. Maybe it feels good for you to take the right hand over to the right and gently start to lean to the right. Maybe it's a tall block, bringing your forearm down to the block and a gentle lean. Continue to breathe. And just notice what you feel. Nothing to change, nothing to manage, nothing to force or control. Just simply being here with the body you have today. And with what you truly need on the deepest levels of the self. It's not enough to just allow the mind to dictate what we think we need all the time. But to find true balance in our lives, we have to give ourselves that time to check in and say, how am I really feeling? Is what I am doing each day, or what I'm doing right now, serving me for my highest good, my highest purpose? Am I in alignment with my soul's needs, and not just the needs and responsibilities of life around me and what others or what society is asking me to do? What do I need? Let's take a few more moments here. Full inhale. Full exhale. Slowly start to upright your spine. Lean over to the left for a moment. Lift the right knee up and uncross the right leg. Hands behind you. Wiggle out the ankles or the knees. When we come out of a posture, we all might need something a little bit different. Let's make our way onto our back. And once you arrive on your back, have your feet flat down on the mat, knees hip-width apart, arms down along your sides. And keeping the arms down to your sides, let's come into a flowing bridge pose 3 times with our breath. Inhale, lift your hips up toward the sky. Exhale, 1 vertebra at a time, slowly lower all the way back down. 2 more at your own pace. Everyone's breath pace is different. Your inhale lifts the hips up. Your exhale lowers the hips down. 1 more at your own pace. Once the hips lower all the way back down to the mat, heel toe your feet as wide as the mat. Maybe the palms come onto your belly and your chest. Windshield wiper your knees from side to side. This gives a nice little release through the hips. It's okay if one hip comes up off of the mat as your knees go to the opposite side. Give yourself this release, this nice gentle twist for the spine. If your body's asking you to keep the knees down to one side for a few breaths, you can. If movement is what your body needs, keep moving. If you're to one side, make your way to the other side. Or again, keep moving the knees gently, slowly from side to side. As you feel ready, bring the knees back up to center. I invite you to hug your knees into your chest. Hold on to the shins or the knees. Maybe if it feels comfortable for you, curl your forehead to your knees. Hug yourself into a little ball. Thank this beautiful body that you have for all that it does for you every single day of your life. Take a deep breath in. Open the mouth, sigh the breath out as you release into Shavasana. Arms to your sides. Legs out in front of you, relax your head. You might close your eyes as we come into a space where we invite full release, a letting go of everything that we've done so far, and an inviting in of a grounding presence so we can truly tap into what we need. Feel your entire body supported by the earth underneath you. Relax through your head, all the muscles in your face. Release the hinge at your jaw. Soften through both sides of your neck, into your shoulders. Allow your arms to release down into the earth, and your hands to let go of any gripping or holding. Maybe the palms face the sky. Release any tension in your belly. Breathe deeper into your heart. Relax your entire back down into the earth, grounded in this moment. Held and supported in this space. Invite tension to release through your hips. And a softening through your legs, all the way into your feet. As you release through every corner of your body, grounded in this space, start to rest your attention in the space of your heart. Breathe deeply into the space of your heart. And ask your deepest self, what do I need? The answer might not come right away, but just rest in this moment. Inhaling and exhaling into your heart space. Allowing your deepest heart's desire for peace or strength or unconditional self-love to arise when it is ready. What do I need? What do I need? or later today, or sometime at the end of the year, just allow yourself to continue to hold space for what it is that your whole self needs. Take a deep breath all the way in, and exhale, sigh your breath out. If you need to lie in stillness for longer, stay here as long as you need. If you feel ready to move back into your day, start to bring gentle movement back into your body. Deepen your breathing. Continue to connect with your heart. And as it feels right for you, take your time. Begin to make your way into a seated position that feels comfortable for you in this moment. When you arrive in that seated position, you might place one hand on your heart and one hand on your belly, connecting with your whole self. And take this reminder of asking yourself what you need and start to weave it into the fabric of your life. Start to check in with yourself first thing in the morning, throughout the day, and before you go to bed. What is it that I truly need? And how can I take care of my whole self? With reverence and humility, and thanks and gratitude for all of the teachers that have come before me and all of the teachings and wisdom, the goodness and the light that's within me and my heart honors the goodness and light within you and your heart. Thank you so very much for your presence today. I appreciate you taking your time to practice with me. I hope that you enjoyed your practice.